As you say, you want to ban it. What's that mean?
I am pro-life, yes.
What is ban? How do you ban abortion? How do you actually do it?
Well, you know, you'll go back to a position like they had where people will perhaps go to illegal places.
Yeah.
But you have to ban it.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no, as a principle?
The answer is that there has to be some form of punishment.
Donald Trump, our new president-elect, shouldn't ban or punish women for abortions. Abortion is a woman's right, and Trump needs to be stopping states from encroaching women's personal rights with the controversial topic of abortion.
When you Google abortion, the definition is the deliberate termination of a human pregnancy, most often performed in the first 28 weeks of pregnancy.
We're talking about fundamental rights. For example, Roe v. Wade, which the Supreme Court issued in 1973, established abortion as a right in this country.
Well, the plaintiff was Jane Roe, which was a pseudonym for a woman who was pregnant who wanted an abortion. She lived in Texas, and under Texas law, one can only get an abortion if you can show that your life is in danger. Jane Roe's life was not in danger, so she was not allowed to get an abortion. She then sued, claiming that the Texas law was unconstitutional, and she sued the Attorney General of Texas, Wade, who defended the law.
And until this case went before the court, the laws in the country were dictated by the states, primarily?
They were, and they still are. But what this case was saying is that the Constitution, demands that states do certain things and forbids them from doing other things.
In the opinion written by U.S. Supreme Court Justice Harry Blackmun, the court ruled that a woman had a right to an abortion during the first 2 trimesters of pregnancy. He cited the safety of the procedures and the basic rights of women to make their own decisions. Since this ruling, the states have regained much control. Serious restrictions have been placed on abortion services, and debate continues by federal and state lawmakers. These restrictions, mostly unnecessary, should not be happening since it has been clearly defined that abortion is legal. A great example of states trying to restrict women's abortion rights is in Texas, where most women must receive state-directed counseling that includes information designed to discourage her from having an abortion, and then wait 24 hours before the procedure is provided. A woman must undergo an ultrasound before obtaining an abortion. The provider must show and describe the image to the woman, and the parent of a minor must consent and be notified before an abortion is provided.
Why did you take away the right to life from this group of Americans? We're talking about fundamental rights that a group of 9 people with a 5-4 majority can take from the American people.
According to eMedicineHealth.com, worldwide, some 20 to 30 million illegal abortions are performed each year, with another 10 to 20 million abortions performed illegally. Illegal abortions are unsafe and account for 13% of all deaths of women because of serious complications. Death from abortions is almost unknown in countries where abortion is legally available. According to WomenCenter.com, making abortion illegal or legal has no effect on the total number of abortions performed in the world. Making abortion legal dramatically reduces maternal morbidity and mortality.
I do not think the United States government should be stepping in and making those most personal of decisions. So you can regulate if you are doing so with the life and the health of the mother taken into account.
This interviewee asked to keep their name and identity private due to the nature of the subject. Are you pro-life or pro-choice?
I am pro-choice.
Why?
Because unfortunately I got pregnant at 17 and I had to make a very difficult decision as to whether to keep the baby or give the baby up for adoption or to have an abortion. I wanted to be able to have all of those choices. I would not have wanted someone to make that choice for me, so I am pro-choice.
What do you think will happen if this right gets taken away?
If this right gets taken away, we will go back to the dark ages where women will have to do back alley abortions, where they will have to go to doctors that are not licensed or doctors that don't do a good job. There will be a lot more death. There will be a lot more babies that are born, but they might potentially be born into poverty. They won't have the food that they need. They won't have the shelter that they need. They won't get the education that they need. I think it's a really bad thing to take away a woman's choice.
I made the choice to get an abortion, and it was a very hard decision. A lot of people don't realize that it's not just a birth control method. We think it through, and it is a choice, and it's our choice. So we decide to do what's best for us, and that's exactly what I did. I did what's best for me.
Keeping abortions safe, legal, and rare are the goals of abortion providers.
Abortion is a woman's right that Donald Trump cannot do away with or let states pass laws limiting so. It is a thought-out decision made by women on their own bodies, and we should allow them to do so safely.